I've been doing pretty good with this game on my own. Oh, I didn't mean to actually click on one, but I honestly don't know what choosing the course does. It doesn't really seem to affect the likelihood of me actually playing it. Now well, 1-1's like a good grinding spot. So, like I played it for the first time yesterday and I pretty much spent several hours before dinner and then like another couple hours afterwards. So it's probably good to like just see how it goes. Yeah, usually, I've been giving myself like the mushroom handicap for so long, I've kind of forgotten what it's like to actually play this game from scratch. No, key strat I've noticed from my time playing the game, grinding up money real early on is usually worthwhile. I think that's the worst I've ever played the game. And yet I'm not surprised. Like, I'm usually not a fan of Mario Bros. Just because, like, the controls feel slippery to me. But I apparently was in the groove yesterday because I swear I've gotten, like, 2 number 2 rankings and 1 number 3 ranking in the time I was playing. It's not on Twitter. The evidence is there. But maybe I shouldn't stray too far away from the OG strat. Alright. I usually like to wait for random until I start getting attacked. And once I start getting attacked, then I swap over to attackers. And once we get late game, then we'll just like experiment around with exactly what I'm playing with. So as the problem is, like, for some reason it's even more noticeable now than when I was playing the game on my own time. My thumbs are thick and always seem to get in the way. So I'm always accidentally pressing a button. You'll definitely see a couple times while I'm playing me accidentally press the X button, which is terrible because coins are key for surviving late game. Yeah, like... You know what? I got a little time to spare. I don't know why the puppy controller feels so much more close than it usually does. Key strat I usually like to try to do, well, for one, if I don't have the Fire Flower, it's always worth taking time to get the Fire Flower. Because the Fire Flower, like, is key for survival. You'll notice me say that a lot about a lot of things with my strat. Another thing bouncing, I just love bouncing in the game. Just like, it's the easiest way for me to stack up on time. Look at all that beautiful time. I mean, once you can only hold up to 400 seconds at a time, so like once you actually start getting around the time frame that I have, kind of like just stops being worth the time frame. This bouncing's not really worthwhile, but once you actually get up to 200s, 300s, but early game, like, if people are sending stuff to me real early on the game, then it's super easy for me to actually stack up on the said time frame. Just from spending time in World 1-1, bouncing from one Goomba to another. So, you may notice that I take it slow, but grinding resource, you can tell that I'm taking this game way too seriously when I'm talking about like an MMO. But grinding resources really feels key to me and my success with the game. And I will admit that I'm far from one of the first people that are actually decent at the game, so like, I'm no professional, you shouldn't take my advice as such. I'm just talking about my mindset while playing the game, because there's not really too much else I can do. I already feel like this multitasking is hard. Oh, that's right. That was just a coin for getting Hidden Goomba underneath a block. Why am I playing this so risky anyways? Because I'm used to just having the resources a lot earlier on in this. That was not the item that I wanted to spend my coins on. On the bright side, there is a mushroom down here I can get if I'm careful. And I can play the game a lot more. I can be a lot more aggressive with the game. No, though, I kind of need another Fire Flower and maybe some more resources, so go back to World 1-1, if only just to get Fire Flower, a little bit more money, stuff like that. If I find myself pretty good on the resources I need, by the time we get to the shortcut, I'll just take that. Make it work out like that. Yeah, look at that, I'm already really fancy in the time frame. I definitely need to grind more money, but yeah, it's not too bad because like there's a mushroom somewhere around here that pretty much gives me the same amount of coins as if I took the shortcut. And yeah, hindsight, like the shortcut would have been worth it just so I could actually get to World 2-1, really moosh up the moolah and all. But while I'm here, I might as well take my time. Take advantage of the fact of everyone destroying each other to build up my own resources. Because it certainly seems like I'm gonna need it at this rate. Or I get hasty and just like... goodbye. We're gonna get rank 5 and all that. Like, I don't even consider that a good run. And I already just got rank 7 just from what was considered trash in my gameplay experiences. Yeah, like, the controller feels a lot more smaller in my hands today. And it's like, at least I haven't accidentally pressed the X button, but it does feel like I'm accidentally, like, messing around with the stick, which isn't good because I have things to go. Hey Lava Lizard, glad you're here to see me, like, go crazy in Super Mario Brothers. I guess is what the kids call it. It's just time for me to see me actually pull a good run on this. Hopefully. Possibly. I mean, let's be real, early game screw-ups don't really matter when you're still on World 1-1. I say, if only to make myself have a little bit more assurance in myself. Why? There it is. Oh, and I was just so distracted at sucking. I didn't even notice how low on time I am. Just gotta get some Goombas going on here. Shoot, I just ignore my own advice of just not being able to get the Fire Flower going, all that. If you want, we can talk later in Discord about it, but like, I kind of just felt overwhelmed with my friends list at the time, and so that's probably the reason you don't see me on the friends list anymore. I mean, I guess to some degree, like, I'm not gonna be doing as well on my own while I'm commentating, or even just on the stream pressure. It's that much, I guess, is inevitable. But I thought I'd be doing a little bit better than this. Just give me the Koopa so I can just get my time back. Yeah, if I go back, I'll be sure to re-add you if I go back into Discord and I'm looking for some raids. Just make it a little easier to manage my friends list, just to lower it a little. Pop you. I'm not sure what the MMGs or how the pro gamers handle Mario 35, but I prefer to just take it slowly. Like, there's still a little pressure when, like, just a fall can instantly end the run. For some reason, that just adds a little bit more pressure compared to, like, Tetris 99, where, like, just because you screw up doesn't mean you're completely out. Yeah, I didn't even think about the honestly, I didn't even think about the friendship level just because I stopped caring about EXP, but if you're on that grind, I guess I have some on my list. Whisper me after the stream, only because, like, I don't want to, like, get in the habit of adding everyone, but I know that you're already on there, and I do feel kind of bad now just taking you out now that I know that you're trying to, like, go for the experience and all that. That said, got a little bit more bouncing to do. Actually, what am I doing? I'm practically maxed out on the time already. At this point, it's just a matter of, like, getting coins, and once I feel comfortable with coins, maybe I'll go into some of the later levels and try to get some more difficult enemies to throw onto my opponent and choose them. Oh. Well, remind me when I'm on an intermission. If you're around later on in the stream. Well, I mean, number 5 is better than what we were doing before. Yeah, I don't know if I'll ever understand the point of actually picking out a level. And I like it. And I think the bridge one's okay, like, either that or the underwater. I know almost, maybe, I don't think underwater's an strat just because it takes so long to go through them. But I've noticed on my own, the personal experience, I like it because it's just much easier to get up the coins. Like, you can go for, you get a lot of underwater enemies, and I always find, like, Bloopers and Cheep Cheep's a good blend between, like, more difficult to deal with than your typical Goomba, but not so difficult that, like, I risk getting myself knocked down in the process. Because, like, if you go in the water level with a fire flower, you can pretty much just, like, cheese through all the enemies, and it's just free real estate. That said, I should probably get in the habit of bouncing so I can take advantage of the fact that there's all these extra Goombas early on. Mwah. Sakaba. Oh, that beautiful Luma. Do I have a server? Technically, no. I started a long time ago. I did start up a Discord server, but no one was in it, so I kind of just stopped using it. If you're interested, I'll, like, go back through Discord over the weekend, see if I can dig it back up and start advertising it a bit more. Because maybe now that I'm actually streaming is a useful thing, but I've just gotten in the habit of, like, all my friends have their own Discord, so when I'm just wanting to communicate with friends, I just go to their Discords. And similar concept with, like, the Pokemon Go communities, like, there's podcasts I listen to that have their own Discords I follow. So, like, and I'm still have so many Discords as is, I don't really find myself needing my own, but it's definitely something worth exploring when I get more options. Kind of racking up on the time real quickly. I think I just got so caught up in getting the points that I kind of forgot to actually check for the star over there. Like, congrats on all your shinies. I'll take a little closer look when I'm not in the middle of the game, but I did just notice that now. I'll admit, I haven't been going too hard on Moltres, because, like, the one of the 3 legendary birds I was really interested in was Articuno, and I didn't get that when they came back around, so I just was saving my raid passes for Giratina later on, because I managed to actually get the Zapdos and Articuno, at least during the raid days when they were first introduced, long time ago. But there's definitely like other things too looking into. Ah, okay, I get it. You're sad that I took you off the friend list. I'll definitely look into it when I'm done playing. And I can't even like say like it's an issue because it's not. I just have this like weird social saying. Like I'm just like, it's called a friend list, so I get a little weird when I have people beyond my friends on the list. So that's why I like may add or remove people at what seems like completely out of the blue time frames. Alright, bounce on the Goopas. It's not just Pokemon Go, I'm that way with like console games as well. But of course like Pokemon Go makes it a little more awkward just because there's a lot more IRL locations to be thrown around in it. Oh yeah, Giratina's happening, like I forget what the time frame, but it was announced like around the same time frame that they announced the other legendary birds for October. It's definitely like, it's not the last week of October, but it's going on for like 2 weeks. Origin Form Giratina is coming back for like 2 weeks in like either the middle or the end of October. I have to actually look up the dates to know for sure. And the real hype thing is that they're finally releasing the shiny form for Origin Form Giratina. So like, not only is it good because like it's a good ghost type, but we're finally gonna actually get to use Giratina for something else. Or I mean, we're gonna actually finally get the shiny hunt for the Giratinas. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. Oh really? That was where I had to freaking lose the Fire Flower too? Yeah, I should really stop worrying about bouncing on the enemies now. At least until I start getting low on time again. But I guess I am still taking my time, because like, I like to... This is one of those stages where if I go down to low health like that, I'm definitely using my bonus, and I really would rather... I would like to rather save it for a little bit later on. But better use it now instead of just like flat out dying. Joyce. I don't know, this just feels like a real waste of my coins. But I'm just not having the luck I need. Thankfully we're back in World 1-1, so as long as no one's gotten the Bowser yet, should be easy to recuperate at least my power-ups. Probably... Oh, I think I just saw the icon of a Bowser fly my way. Joy. Now, where could the gigantic Koopa Man be? So there's the Fire Flower I want, thank goodness. There's the star. Nothing else, this will make it real easy to get back up here. Unfortunately, like, I'm just not really getting any super good enemies to work around with. Just giving all my opponents more time fodder. Easy time fodder, nevertheless. Well, this seems like a promising stage to get thrown into. At least I'll get something slightly more interesting than Goombas and occasional Koopas. In the meantime, I'm just gonna collect coins until I can get somewhere useful. And I'll probably just skip the Fire Flower for a couple extra coins. I usually go for the Fire Flower, but I already got a Fire Flower, I'm stacked up on time. No real reason not to. Oh, that's... Sorry you're feeling sick. I hope you're feeling a little better soon. But happy birthday in advance. So, if I don't see you on Wednesday, happy birthday now. Plan is still to actually stream on Wednesday though, like, this is more like kind of a transition thing, because I know I got in the habit of streaming on good old Monday, and I'm gonna try to work on Wednesday, because like, originally I wanted to avoid Wednesday for Pokemon Go events and that, but that could actually work in my favor. Not too... At least for a little bit, I'm not too excited about any of the raid dates. Like, I definitely want Giratina, and I'm not like... But I know there will also still be plenty of time on the weekend to get it too. Okay, maybe I can just damage boost for Bowser here. A little risky, but at least now I have a Bowser to throw around. Really? Bowser twice in a row? I mean, the good news is, like, it's about time we got some Bowsers going on in this map. But I'm not too looking forward to actually running into him outside of the Bowser stages myself. Mostly because I hate navigating through the fire bars. It's part of the reason why I never actually beat in the original Mario Bros. It would be nice to actually have a star to actually, like, throw these fireballs at other people, because, man, that was annoying to deal with. So much for timing. I got plenty of time to work with. And they're essentially just, like, feeding me all the time I could possibly want. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Please be... I can work with a Fire Flower. Didn't burn a lot of time doing so, but I can work with Fire Flower. And perfect! Water level. Like, I'm not as excited to get a water level now that I've gotten like 2 Bowsers in a row and didn't pay severely for it, but I feel like there could be worse. I just gotta find myself some Chi-Chis, get some bloopers, don't accidentally lose the Fire Flower in the process, and I can definitely make this work to my advantage. This is kind of working the opposite as I want, relatively quickly. I mean, the game's pretty much giving me so many Goombas to work around with, I might as well, like, take a couple to get a little extra time to make up for any time that the stage itself might have taken. Alright, hypothetically I should not need... Well, that was dumb. Especially because I could use that mushroom. Yeah, screw Bowser. I mean, it sucks if he's coming after me. At least I got plenty of fun obstacles to work around with. Like 10 million Bowsers. Well, that wasn't the best use of a star, but it was a fine use of a star. I don't think I've even sent that many Bowsers at people this frequently. Speaking of which, looks like more Bowsers are coming my way. Sorry about that. But that was just dumb. How well did I do though? Like, for surely for how long I was playing, like, wow, all the extra time just for number 4. And number 3 wasn't even that far from falling. Up. Hey, new stage to work around with. That's neat, I guess. Oh! congrats in advance for getting Fall Guys. Yeah, it's pretty fun, and I think I gotta double check. I think Wednesday is when Season 2 hits, if it's not already Season 2 time for that game. So you're getting into it in a good time. Like, it'll be a brand new start, and it'll probably be a lot easier to get into too, because hopefully, like, they got completely new stages for the Season 2. So it'll be a bit more of an even playing ground. But even not, like, it takes a bit to get used to that game, so don't worry about it. It's one of those games that are kind of just more fun for the physics anyways. Everyone's a winner, for example, everyone's a winner when you get to play the windmill stage. Thursday sounds right. Yeah, it gives you a little time to practice with the game before the new stuff comes out. I mean, I'm a little embarrassed because I actually did start following that Twitter account, and yet I already just forget the details. Like, it's something I casually play. Like, there's been times that I have gone a week without picking it up, but part of it just because, like, the Season 1 stuff has been going on for a while, and, like, there's some fun things about, like, the 1.5 edition they did, but other parts are just like, it's a thing, I suppose. Alright. I wonder if there's any particular strategies I can pick up to speed along the process, because it seemed like we're just getting stuck with stage after stage of missed stuff, and I already had a decent amount of coinage to work around with. But for me, surviving is kind of just the most important thing. You'll get to weed out some players just from the stage itself. Will weed out some of the more beginning players. I would even classify players myself like that sometimes. Because, like, this is not the Mario game I grew up with. I got into video games in the SNES era. So, like, the original Mario Bros. Always seemed a little clunky to me. But the bright part about, like, doing it over and over, like, several dozen times, you get used to it. Fun! I was just jumping into that piranha expecting not to die, but to lose the fire flower, so the fact the fireball actually worked the way I wanted is a pleasant surprise, I admit. Ah, shoot, really? Sorry about the noise in the vans, but I'm not leaving here until I get my coins. Really, of all ways to lose the fire flower, that had to be the way it had to go. Well, that's fine, there's like plenty of hidden fire flowers hanging around here if I could just remember where they are. Issue, of course, is remembering where they are. Like, is there one here? Am I thinking a little later on? And the other problem is, like, sometimes you gotta get into the fire flowers. Even if I can find the fire flowers, I can't always get up to them. That'll, like, pretty much set me on time for the rest of the match. And there might be a fire flower hidden around here. Yep. It's a matter of actually finding something to hop up on. Getting up there in general. What? I was gonna like have you come down here so I could actually get that. What? Better to actually use this now instead of dying. Oh good! People have found the Cheep Cheep level! So now we got Cheep Cheeps coming out from the ground from normal places. Take care, Lava Blizzard. If you haven't gone already, tune in Wednesday. I'll find a way to add you back in then. Right. I think I'll just hop. Bit risky going over here, but I got some coins to spare. I was hoping for fire flowers at least, but I think it'll be okay. I think it's fine. I think there's a fire flower in one of these blocks over here. There we go. Oh, I don't even think I realized there was a secret area here. I did need some free money to make up for the coins that I lost. And the fire flower. Again, it would have been nice to actually... Oh, shoot, I missed a couple coins. If I would have realized that fire flower was over there, maybe I would have, like, tried to endure a little longer without using my coins. It would have been risky. I can't dwell over things too much. No, don't lose the star. Perfect. Oh! It always sucks when you got like a optimal game plan. You're doing so well, got so many resources, and the pit is what kills you of all things. Let's sigh. Oh, maybe it's my own fault for saying the cheat sheet there because I picked it as default level. Maybe one more water level. Actually, you know what? Well, things are a little late. It's probably not worth switching games tonight. I'll just record Let's Go EV on the weekend. It'll let me record more. I'll be able to get a lot more video folks and then just try to squeeze one in. I am enjoying the game we're playing here today, so I might as well. That said, I'm gonna go on a little intermission before we start the next game. So, BRB.